Good morning. So back with Project S-Type this morning, and this time we're going to be looking at the wing mirror here. So the challenge we've got is when the wing mirror retraction mechanism is operated to tuck the power fold mirrors in, the passenger side works just fine, but unfortunately this is rock solid. So normally what would happen is you'd try and encourage it, you press the button whilst gently leveraging the whole mirror mechanism turning in and out, but unfortunately that made absolutely no difference. So I can only assume that there's a significant amount of corrosion that's preventing the mirror, perhaps the mirror mechanism or the power fold mechanism from actuating, or some other issue, perhaps some stripped gears as well, just because of the age. So what I've got, and I'll show you this inside later when it's warmer, I've actually got a replacement mirror. It's just the basic components there. There's no mirror glass, so I will need to salvage the mirror glass off this mirror here, and also the colour coordinated cover, we'll need to take that off as well. But in terms of the outdoor activities, I'm going to need to remove the whole thing. So to support that, I'm going to need to remove the door card. So we'll pop the little plastic surround here off. I'll use a pick just to lift the trim off in there. There's a couple of screws that you release, and then I'll use my trim removal tools in here just to pop it off. Once we've done that, we should be good to disconnect the loom for the mirror, and then we should be able to pull back some of this trim here to get access to the bolts. There should be 3 bolts holding on the entire wing mirror, so we'll take off the first 2, leave the third one in, and then I'll support the mirror from the outside whilst releasing the third one. We'll then push the grommet through, and then we'll look to remove the whole unit. So I'll make a start with taking off the door card. I've done this before, it's covered off in one of the other videos, so I won't bother repeating myself again on this particular task. Okay, so the door card is now removed without too much trauma. This little thing here seems to split a little bit, so I may have to look at replacing that. Otherwise everything else seems to be intact, which is good. Does that actually make a material? Let's go to see if that makes a material difference or not. Yeah, it probably does. Maybe. We'll see. Main thing I want to do now though is to detach the loom for the wing mirror, which you can see disappears up here, and also to look at pulling back this trim here to expose the screws, so we can get access to release the wing mirror. Okay, it wasn't looking too good, so I've removed it from the aperture and got a new one here. So the part number is XR821729. I bought a quantity of these when I was doing the seal covers, because the same thing is used to hold in part of that. So what I want to do is just pop this in. Should just pop in quite happily. I won't do it one-handedly, but I'm just going to push that in, and that'll be good as a replacement. When releasing this clip here, there's this little red section, which I think is orientated like so, that you need to pull up first, and then there's a bit here you just need to get a screwdriver in to free it off. Unfortunately mine, you can see, is split just due to age and fatigue, but I was still able to just get a screwdriver in there and then pull it out. So this trim just pulls back. You may insert a trim tool to ease it if it's a little stiff, and if you just come behind here, you can see we've got a Velcro strip just there, sticky label just below the grommet, sticky label here, and just inside these are the 10mm. There's a 10mm screw. So what I'm going to do, so it's probably not coming out amazingly well, but what I'm going to use is this. So deep socket 10mm, and then that'll enable me just to get in there and carefully remove it. I'll remove the bottom two first, and just be really careful because I don't want the bolts disappearing into the door, because if they do that I probably won't be able to retrieve them. So I'll give that a go just now. So that happened a bit quicker than I thought it was going to. So screw came out there okay. Oops, tape's got back in the way. Screw came out of there okay. Oops, can you see that? There we go, yep. And also it came out of here okay. The grommet came out okay through here, and just literally was able to push it through and come out the other side. And if I come round the other side, got the mount holes here, I've just given it a bit of a wipe and a bit of a clean, so now you can see with the grommet removed there's enough space to pull the connector through. And if I just show you the wing mirror, here it is. So there is the grommet, there's the connector, and then here indeed is the wing mirror and how it would mount on. Notice there's a little bit of corrosion there that I'll actually won't have to clean off because we're going to replace it. And then here's the, oops, here's the actual, don't reflection of me, here's the actual case itself. So what I'm going to do is go inside now and start stripping this one down and preparing the replacement one. Okay, so here's the one just removed off the car. Connector, grommet, fixtures, glass, and here's the replacement one. Again, you can see we've got a like for like connector, and remember I noted that bit that came off and broke off on my old one. So you see here, that broke off. This one has the red bit intact, which is really good news. So what I need to do is just start having a look at transferring over bits from this one to this one, and I think that will start with probably this rubber seal here, maybe. I'm not sure. There seems to be a bit of a gap on this one here. Not sure how that's happened, but the rest of it seems to be fine. Just need to start transferring things across, including the glass. So let's get on with that. Okay, the mirror I just pushed inside there, and then I just pulled it. You can see on here there's a bracket that kind of hooks in there, and then there's a corresponding one just here as well. I've also just got to make some disconnections, so we've got a couple for the couple just here where my fingers are for the heated bit, and I think that's for the chromatic effect, anti-dazzle. So we'll disconnect all of them, and then hopefully we can start removing the components here. This all needs to come off and go onto the donor unit. So I'll disconnect these cables first, and then we'll have a look about disconnecting some of these and transferring them over to there. So the glass is now off. The way I disconnected it was this one here and this one here. I just pulled back, I just pulled back the rubber boots, and then I say these just click on to here, so you just literally pull them off. And then the other one, well, the connector just comes off there, and then just squeeze and pull apart, and that brings off the other one. And I've just given it a wipe over with fast glass. So the mirror is now good. I think what needs to happen next is, I can see there's 3 screws in here and here. I think the whole thing needs to come off. Looking at what's on the donor one, I can see 1, 2, 3 here. So I think it is literally a case of undoing those, and then the whole mechanism should come off, and then we should be able to clean it up, fit it on there, and then start reconnecting things. So these take a T10. Hopefully they're all finger tight, so just unscrew, and then hopefully we should be able to extract the whole whole mechanism and transfer it over to there. Just note the corrosion though on here and here, so no wonder this isn't working. I suspect it's just as bad on the inside, whereas over here it's looking a little bit more clean. So the 3 screws came out okay, but very important to remember that you need to disconnect this off of this before extracting, otherwise you can end up bending this like I nearly did, which was not very clever. But anyway, out now, no damage done. So that can go over there, and now I think I just need to remove this plastic bracket and, plastic insert, and transfer it over to there, and then I can mount that back on. Okay, progress made. The challenge I had was getting the cover off, and in fact if I look here, one of the little clips has broken off. That's just unfortunate. The rest of the little prongs are okay. So it's easier if you sort of start these little catches here, this one and this one and the third one that broke, they just kind of ratchet and sit on here. So if you release them first, then you can get to these bits a bit easier. These tongs, these release tongs here, here and here, and you can push these down. These come down, and then literally it means that these bits, 1, 2, 3, will become clear. As I said previously, we had to release the 3 screws, which are somewhere about here, to get this out. This cover was stuck fast on here, like so, just due to the amount of corrosion in here. So the best thing to do is to keep it like this, and then use some WD-40 or similar penetrating fluid, and then that enables you to release this plastic section here, which means it can go probably safely back on this section here, and then it can attach into the new one. So what I'm going to do now is transfer over these bits and attach them on here using the 3 screws, and then we can start refitting the mirror. So the 3 screws are now back on, and before I did that, I centered the plastic bracket, clipped it on the back, and I also ensured that the clip or connector was firmly plugged in. So that's now all done. That just leaves the 2 heater connections and also the chromosome or chromatic effect mirror thing, that connector. So progress is being made, albeit slightly slower than I was expecting, but I'll keep going, and I'll hope to be offering up the mirror very soon. Right, the cover's back on, the colour coordinated cover. Start off by lining the lugs up down here. Doesn't clip on this lower ledge, it's the one at the back. Clip them on first, and then the others you just push them in and they snap to. The 3 screws are on. It's a bit stiff, so I used some more WD-40 to make sure that the screws went on nice and easy. They're nice and tight now, but not too tight. You don't have to really tension them, because remember they're only a T10, so you don't want to strip the heads. I've also connected up the heater element here and here. If they're a bit loose, pinch them with a pair of pliers just to make them grip better. And I've also connected in here the chromatic effect one as well, and clipped it into its bracket. So now all that remains is to offer this up, check that everything moves okay, and then offer this back up. So this one will slide onto there, and this one will pop onto there. So let's see how we get on. So all that remains now, the mirror's clicked on successfully. I pushed it all the way in there, clicked it on, and then pulled this way and clicked it on there, and it's all fine. You can move it around. So now I can go back out to the car and start fitting this through. So we'll pass the connector and the grommet through, and then we can put the 3 screws back on over here, the flanged bolts actually, I think, and that will enable us to start finishing the job off. So we're back outside, and what I've done is I've just hand screwed in the flange nut whilst holding this on, so it's not tightened up, it's only held on by one. I also made sure I pulled through the grommet and the cable, so we've got plenty of cable to connect up with a connector. And what I'll do is, once I've got the rest of the other 2 bolts in, I'll just lightly torque them. It's only about 6 Newton meters for the bolts here. Put the grommet back in and then connect in the connector. And then once we've done that, we should be able to get the door trim back on, and then I think we're into testing. Okay, the screws are done up to around snug tight, which is about 6 Newton meters. I've just put the stickers back across, and also the grommet is now, grommet is now in place. Connectors come down here, and I just pushed it in, and then just pushed in that red clip there. So to remember, to remove, you pull up the red clip and push down and pull out. Putting it back in is much easier. It just clicks in and just push the red clip down. So now I should be able to put this trim back in, and then we should be good to mount up the door card. So door card's now back in place. I just need to pop on the little plastic trim there, screw in the 2 screws and pop in the little cover, and then we should be in a situation where we're able to think about testing the wing mirror replacement. But first, let's finish off fitting everything up. Okay, I've flicked the switch on here to the right. Let's focus back on the mirror, and at least I can see it. It seems to have got a little bit stuck though. That may need a bit of persuasion. Guys, camera's not looking right. So let me see if I can try and persuade that into a better position. Okay, the mirror needed a little bit of persuasion, but it's a bit squeaky, but I think it'll get better. But previously the retraction wasn't working, so the power fold wasn't working. So let's try that. Oops, a little bit sticky. Let's try again. Yeah, that's just a little bit sticky. Let's see if we can get that bit of persuasion. There we go. Let's see if it works back the other way. Well, that seems a bit happier. Well, that's about it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found some of this useful, and plenty more videos coming along very soon. Thanks a lot.